Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we did EA Musafir, which was a pretty unique nation. Very, Arabic themed, nomadic, camels, multiple sort of different tribes. It was interesting. We had an interesting pretender. It was a fun game. We won. It's all good. Let's roll up another one. We're listening to the Endless Legend soundtrack this time. 267. That is M.A. Pictal, Coming of the So. We have done it. Umber Hulks, I remember. 96. Raga, Dual Kingdoms, done it. 191. Smurv, definitely done it. We'll never forget it. 332. EA Cassia. Okay. I mean, we did MA Cassia pretty recently. That might be a little too soon to jump into EA Cassia, because I doubt they're going to be drastically different. And looking at the workshop page, it looks like mostly the same units. So we'll save that for some other time. 85. LA Lemuria. Okay. That is another pop kill undead nation. I'm very curious to see how it differs. So we're going to, of course, play with Dominions Enhanced. Because if given the option, of course I'm going to play with it. And Divinitas, and Gem Gen, and new sprites. Yeah, we haven't done like a randomized nation in quite a while. And that's because those nations kind of were just OP and just something, I don't know. I saw someone else ask about the PD issue where they just seem to have like really strong PD. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's some sort of issue with the program or what. And there's just so many like interesting nations that other people have made that I don't really feel the need to do randomized stuff yet. I like the concept though, and I love that it actually like is a thing. Like you can make randomized nations. All right, I'm feeling probably Archipelago. Yes. Mangg's LPs 217. LA. We're gonna do technically 8, but we'll probably go with like 12 thrones. That's a little overkill. Yeah, it's a little overkill. Maybe 10. Maybe 11. I don't know. Lemuria, where is that? Where you at, boy? There you are. With the second fall of Ermor, hope finally came to the Scalarian remnants of the ancient empire. The fear of the dead faded and undead legions were no longer needed. Instead, the soulless were put to menial labor. But the thaumaturges turned their attention elsewhere. The common people became ever more dissatisfied. Some soulless slaves still toiled the land, but with the thaumaturges less interested in reanimating slaves for the populace, the common men felt abandoned. Demands were made that the thaumaturges should provide slaves to keep the kingdom going. The conflict escalated, and finally, in an act of remarkable hubris, the thaumaturges decided to settle the problem once and for all. In a great ceremony, every thaumaturge in the kingdom joined a communion and poured their lower souls into a ritual that would open a gate to the underworld, so that the dead willingly might return to the land of the living as workers and farmers. The ritual succeeded, in a way. The gate opened, but the lower souls of the thaumaturges were ripped apart and swallowed by the gate. And from the gate emerged not dead servants, but a spectral host of legionnaires and shadows. Now the land is slowly withering and falling under the dominion of a god of darkness. Ghosts and spectral legions reclaim a land once theirs, and the shattered souls of the former thaumaturges are mustering the shadows and memories of a glorious past. So we're a race entirely of ghosts and shadows. We don't need supplies, we can go into water, we don't recruit regular armies, but summons or reanimate spirits of the dead. We get spectral legionnaires, ghosts, shadows, and hordes of dispossessed spirits. Death and astral magic, some air and water. We have increased research in magic lands. Just like every nation, pretty much, okay? Powerful, immortal priests. All priests can call shadows and spirits. Our dominion summons ghosts and shadows and kills population. We get death limit +2, magic limit +1. Primitive forts, and we start with a fortified city. Temples cost 800, but produce death gems. Okay. Lemur Centurion. 100 leadership, 150 undead leadership. Fear 5, cold 25, poison 25, chill 3, ethereal, spirit form. Spirit sight, magic power 1. Yes. Lemur Consul. Level 3 holy. Jeez. 150 leadership, 260 undead leadership. Immortality, 3 months. Reanimator priest. Beautiful. Lemur Senator. Cap only. Yeah, these are all cap only. 100 leadership, 190 undead. Level 2 priest. Okay. Shadow Tribune. Level 1 priest. Okay, I don't know why we went in, like, the opposite order here, but yes. Spectral Censor. Also level 1 holy. 50 leadership, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Magic power. An unholy axe. Lemur Acolyte. Level 1 death, level 1 holy. Astral death. With magically attuned researcher. Oh, that's what they meant. So they get double magic scale. Or double drain scale. So yeah, obviously we'd like magic. Okay. Lemur Thaumaturge. 1 astral, 2 death, 2 holy, air, water, astral death. Okay. And keep in mind, we can't recruit any of these things. These are all summoned or reanimated. Grand Lemur. 2 astral, 3 death, 3 holy, air, water, astral death. It's a big papa. And immortal. Very nice. Units, we get Shade Beasts. Classic. 12 hit points, 3 protection, 8 defense, ethereal. With Dark Power 2 and Reanimating Bite. 11 attack, 13 slashing magical damage, and anything killed will rise as soulless. I mean, as far as like the cheapest unit goes, yeah, pretty nice. The fact that we're all ethereal means we're just gonna basically stomp everything. For the most part. Ghosts, 20 hit points, 2 protection, 15 defense, fear 5, chill 3, ethereal, spirit form, assassin 0. But it's a unit, so I don't know. Also, armor 12 armor piercing, life drain. Yeah, man, ghosts. Spectral Velite. 8 hit points, 4 protection, 13 defense, with a parry 3 shield, spectral shield. They get Spectral Javelin, 12 piercing, and 13 spear. But MR check for half damage on all this is a bit of a bummer. Compared to just getting, like, ghosts. Spectral Hestatus. 7 protection, 13 defense, parry 3 shield. Pretty much same stuff on the weaponry. Dispossessed Spirit. Yep, it's the usual shit that just dies in fucking droves. But it can paralyze. Yeah, I don't really like them. Maybe if they were sacred. Shadow Soldier. 5 hit points, 14 defense, no armor, no nothing, but also a paralyze. Not really sure how it's different than a Dispossessed Spirit. I guess they're slightly stronger. Shade. 0 protection, 12 defense, ethereal, blah, blah, blah. With a 10 damage steel strength. Sorry. 10 armor negating magic damage, steel strength, MR negates. And weakness on top of it. So they will have, I think, 5 lower strength permanently. Apparition. Fear 5, ethereal, plague carrier 5, touch of leprosy. Meh. Standard bearer. That doesn't have a standard because okay. Well, it's a fear. They have fear aura, but a bunch of our stuff has fear aura, so I don't know. It's okay. Shadow. Okay, a shadow, yes. Also a paralyze. So it's basically the same as the Shadow Soldier. Alright. Spectral Principe. 15 defense with a parry 3 shield. 7 protection, 14 hit points. 15 damage Spectral Sword, MR check for half, and the Javelin. Okay. Spectral Triarius. 10 protection, 17 hit points, 14 defense with a parry 3 shield, 11 MR, 16 morale, ethereal, with a length 4, 12 attack, long spear, 13 magic piercing, MR check for half. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good unit. But I'm sure we're not going to get too many of those. Spectral Lictor, Sacred. 20 hit points, 8 protection, or 10 on the body. 12 defense, 14 MR, 17 morale, ethereal. With a 23 damage Spectral Axe, MR check for half. Yeah. It's pretty good. Spectral Vestal, also Sacred. 14 hit points, only 3 protection, 16 defense with a parry 3 shield, 15 MR, 15 morale, ethereal, blah blah blah. 14 attack Shadow Spear for 14 damage. No half damage. Well, I'd probably lean towards the Lictor still. But it depends on how costly or plentiful these things are. So our free spawn includes all the Spectral Soldiers, Dispossessed Spirits, Apparitions, Shade Beast, Shadow, Ghost, Shades. I think it's basically everything. This is all free spawn. Commanders are the summons. Campus Scalaris gets 9 death gems per turn. Jesus. Okay. Let's look at our conjuration then. Okay, so we have all the summons, the death ones at the start. So various commanders, various stuff. The Vestals, we get 3 for 2 death gems. The Lictors, we get 3 for 4 death gems. So I mean, obviously the Lictors are better. Are they twice as better? Would I rather have 50 Vestals or 25 Lictors? Depends on the bless, I suppose. The Lictors benefit quite a lot from Stygian Flesh, which does apply to Spirit Form. We know that. Whereas the Vestals benefit more from, say, Twist Fate, because 10 Invuln is not going to help them that much. Yeah, it's hard to say. The Spectral Axe hits harder, for sure, but it has the MR check for half, whereas the Vestal, the Shadow Spear, does not. It's also length 3, and they have higher attack, so they can repel more. They also have 16 defense compared to 12, and the shield, which is nice. It's not a great shield, but Twist Fate could help a lot. I guess I lean towards Vestals, now that we know we'll get twice as many. Yeah, I suppose so. Senator for 10, Thaumaturge for 18, Censor for 12, Consul for 35, and the Grand Lemur for 50. But they're immortal, so that helps. Host of Spectral Vestals. 15 plus 1/2 for 10. Dang. Okay, that's pretty great. That's very big. Yeah. Spectral Lictors, you get 10 plus 1/2 for 12. That's also really strong. But yeah, we can have a lot of Vestals. Okay, I think we're going with a big Death Pretender then, in order to cast this. Alteration. We have nothing. Evocation. We have nothing. Construction. Possibly a fat load of nothing. Looking like it. Enchantments. Chill of the Grave. 4 death, the entire battlefield for 1 death gem. All your units will get Cold Aura 3 and Cold Resist 10. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Thaumaturgy. Arma Mortuorum. AoE 25. Slash or piercing, deal armor piercing damage. Okay, that's gross. That's really gross. 4 death, though. I mean, that's not going to be super common. Yeah. Then we get a lot of unholy spells. For extra MR. Resists. Extra speed and attack skill. Yeah, okay. It mentioned, you know, every Thaumaturge joined a communion, but then I don't think they get... Oh, they do get... Yeah, we get big death communions, of course. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that'll be pretty insane. Giving that to your entire army is pretty big. Well, doesn't do your entire army, but does enough. AoE 25 for no death gems. It's pretty great. So yeah, we'll be using that. So yeah, I think then for scales, we want magic for sure. I would say we want magic 2. We have death limit +2. And typically, like Ermor, you want sort of max death. Let me just double check the wiki or something, what they... sort of suggest. Yeah, basically tank, turmoil, productivity, or yeah, takes full turmoil first, full sloth, full cold, full death. Not really much reason otherwise, much like Ermor. But then magic and maybe fortune. Yeah, awe could be good. Fear plus awe synergy is pretty nice. Okay, so Pretender. There's a lot of good choices. You know, we tend to do a monster. I wonder if there's anything... Like, we could take the Prince of Death to get more free spawn. You could. Like, we could get Long Dead too, but I like the ethereal stuff. Yeah, I don't think we want anything that gives us recruits. That doesn't really help us that much. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ones that'll give us more free spawn. But I don't think that appeals to us that much. Yeah, just a lot of death free spawn. Could get Banefire Children. Temples outside capital will create a Banefire Brazier, which gives 1 death and 1 fire gem. Increases heat and death. That's pretty good. Actually, I might just take this. Because this gives us... Our temples already spawn death gems. Now they'll spawn another death gem. That's pretty nuts. It also has fire and death, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay. So, yeah, turmoil, sloth. This will increase heat and death, but that's fine. Well, We don't have a temperature preference, so you could just go heat. Which will just kill off more shit. Right. So, we want fear on all our sacreds, because that's strong. And then we ideally want awe. And that's because awe forces targets to make a morale check when attacking. And if they fail that, they lose the attack. Fear lowers their morale. That's the combo. So, yeah, we want... Oh, they moved awe to glamour fire. Yeah. Although we probably want astral anyways. Yeah, so awe, it's 5 glamour, 2 fire. He is teleportable, so we are going to want astral for that purpose. Something like that, I think, is reasonable. Allows him to teleport, firestorm, big death. It's not super high death. I mean, high death. Like for this, he'll be able to get 16 out of it. Actually, he can't even cast this because it requires holy, so it's irrelevant. He's fine. That's fine. This is good. So for bless, then we want. We do need actually 8 death, don't we? Fuck. Okay, we can go dormant. It's not the end of the world. And that gets us 8 death. Do I want luck or more bless? Probably lean towards more bless. Okay. Aw. Fear. And we have 4 points. We could throw withering weapons on there, I suppose, if we wanted a weapon bless. Otherwise, I would say just like more attack. It's probably the smart option. Yeah, I think it's more attack. That's pretty good. It's a solid blast. We could go in prison, but we're going to want these things online for our Vestals. That's our bless. That's our goal. That's everything. Typhon, go, go, go. Yeah, we're going to go... We've had a lot of rough games on this map. I'm going to go 11. This feels like kind of Lemuria music, I suppose. Like a dirge. Alright, so we start with a Thaumaturge. 1 air, 1 astral, 2 death, 2 holy. Reanimator Priest. We get 11 death gems per turn. Nice, nice, nice. We can enter this temple with any death mage to summon a Banefire child. And we can actually recruit Banefire servants, breaking the whole fucking system. So, yeah, of course I am. We can call spirits using reanimator stuff, which should give us a menu. So we can get shadows. Probably Shade Beast is what I'd pick, but we can get 1 Shade Beast. Obviously, that's not what I'm going to do. You, my friend, are going to be a prophet. You can cast a number of these things, including starting to get us Vestals so we can start rocking it. But I think getting more mages. I'm just going to get an Acolyte for now. For research, we really just want to get the Host of Spectral Vestals before we do almost anything else. So Conjuration 4. And then we're going to want, of course, Horde of Skeletons. I mean, there's no question about that. But also Chill the Grave is going to be good at Enchantment 5. And then probably Thaumaturgy for Arma Moratorum. It's going to be nuts. Yeah. Tenebrous, the Shade King, showed up. Immediately. Okay. 100 leadership, level 2 holy, immortality, ethereal, dark power 3, dominion monster summoner, reanimator priest with a bane blade. Okay, so you can call shade beasts, I suppose. Now that's another thing, actually. Speaking of dark power, darkness is a big spell that has a lot of value to us. The problem is it's 4 fucking death gems. And getting 4 death gems is going to be very difficult. The Ghost Orb gives 2. That's all well and good. Beyond that, though, not much. Yeah, not much. At 5, at least. I don't think there's anything at 3. So you'd have to go to 7 then. So many items now with Dominions Enhanced. Added a lot. No. There, the Wraith Crown gives 2 more. We'd have to go to Construction 7 to be able to cast Darkness in every battle we do. So we need a lot of research. Luckily, we have a lot of mages, and we're gonna have a lot more mages, and it's all gonna be good. So we need the Thaumaturge to have Astral. So yeah, we gotta get yeah, the Thaumaturge. So we have to get 18 per turn to get a Thaumaturge every turn. But we will want that. Okay, we have shit. I don't know, just fire closest, you'll be fine. I'm just gonna put you on spells. I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna read all that. It's cast shit. Alright, we do have a throne here and a throne here. That's promising. There's one in here, and we can easily get to that. So that's looking good. It's all looking good. We also have no money. So we're not going to get too many Banefire mages quickly here. Yeah, pretty good. For just the big jumble of shit. Actually, isn't your research a lot higher? 13? Oh no, okay. Don't worry, buddy. We're getting money. We're going to get more Banefire dudes. It's going to be fine. Because we also need to build temples, which cost 800. So we do need a significant amount of money. You know, we could have picked the dragon, because they actually get a treasure hoard that adds more money. So here's the Banefire Child. They fit right in, right? I mean, they're ethereal spirit form. They have Death Power 1, which is pretty great for us. And 17 hit points, 13 defense, 13 attack, Banefire for 8 armor piercing, AoE 1, and Decay. And Banefire Shield, 8 armor piercing. They're pretty nice, and they, like I said, they fit right in. They are pretty fast, though, so we'll put them, like, here. Okay. Yeah, I think we really want temples, because we want to be able to get up to 18. Every temple adds 2 death gems for us, so... You know. Yeah, Banefire, we lost 1, they got 15 kills. Pretty good. This one might hurt a little bit more. Yeah, it's alright. Build temple. Yes, yes, yes. Keep getting me money, please. Yeah, seems good so far. Yeah, I mean, I do want to make more Banefire mages, but temples. Yeah, man. Ethereal's very strong against independence. Temple. Yeah, we're up to... Oh god, death. 5. Yeah, that'll do the job. Jesus. We got a throne of Claymen, light infantry, fire snake, heavy infantry, crossbowmen. Yeah, the fire snakes aren't great. 14 death gems, and we now have Conjuration 4, which means we can do Host of Spectral Vestals, but we have to have the big boy to do that. The Grand Lemur. So we need 50 death gems before we can start pumping out Vestals. But we're going to get that, so hold off for now. Just wait. Oh, we could... Dark Knowledge. More death gems. It is late age, so, you know, we're mostly relying on temples, but we'll find something. I'll take that. Ran right past him. Kill him. Ouch. Now we're doing fine. That one's a Shade Beast. Poison one. Okay, that's pretty good. Also, Iram is here. City of Wonder. Yeah, we can go in the water freely. That is a rare luxury, I should say. A little bit of attrition every turn. Let's go in the water. It's looking good. Also, we have our 50. So the Grand Lemur requires 3 death. Grand Lemur has 3 death. So, 25% of thaumaturges should have 3 death. So I don't even need that. Oh, shit. Okay, I'll keep getting thaumaturges then. We're up to 16 death gems. Should be 17 next turn. Iram refused. Make him an offer he can't refuse. Also, Rotterdam is now connected to us here. I don't care for that. Burial mound. There you go. You found something. Really, no death. No 3 death, huh? I do think it is advantageous to secure these spots. $19 death gems a turn is pretty good. Iram accepted is good. Our god has arrived. That's good. Okay, he's got 53 fucking research, by the way. In case you're curious. Yeah, he can get a Grand Lemur. If we want to wait for that. Night Gaunts. Sure. He could augury. I guess anybody could augury. Yeah, we don't have thaumaturgy. Right. I think you're probably just researching. I'm gonna keep getting thaumaturges. It's fine. Okay, so there's Raga. I'll pop down here before we head back home. You will build a temple. We got a free Shadow Tribune, who could sit here and reanimate, I suppose, to get more shadows, which are it. Shadows just have paralyze, I think. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm pretty iffy about that kind of thing. So, I don't know. Go here, go in the water and build a temple for me. Yeah, everyone keeps refusing, but we found a submerged catacomb at least. And also, we're having a pretty easy time of it. I'm getting shadow tribunes everywhere. I don't know. They can't preach, you know. They can just sit here and haul bullshit that's just gonna fill my area. Alright, we'll get shadows. And we got Kamul, look at that! He can now get spectral vestals. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna eventually, so we want to keep making thaumaturges, because that's a pretty important thing. So I guess now we're looking for like 28 death gems per turn, so we can do a thaumaturge and a host of vestals every turn. That's the ideal. Alright, after enchantment 5, we want thaumaturgy to 5. And then there's the debate of, do we go for like construction 7? So we can get temp death gems and all that, spam rigor mortis and darkness and stuff like that. Or do I focus on my pretender so that he can just like stomp a throne through firestorm and stuff? I think we tend to overdo that, even though I feel like we are going to have to do that. But for now, we will go for construction, I guess. We'll go that. The funny thing, like, I don't need construction. That's just if I want to cast it, like, every battle. Raga accepted. Rotterdam still holding out. And we got Etemu the Wraith King. 3 death, 2 holy. He can also do Vestals. He's also immortal, Fear 5, Chill 3 ethereal, Death Curse, Dominion Monster Summoner, Reanimator Priest. 100 leadership, 340 undead leadership. Astronomical. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. I mean, what more do we need, right? Damn, vocals, every game, every soundtrack, I can't escape this. I don't get it. It eludes me. Ghosts are pretty good, though. We'll throw ghosts in there. You give me more ghosts, and then we'll talk. Ooh, there's another throne here. We got this in the bag, man. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Done and done. Backup 5th would be possibly going through the water to try to get in here where there's 2 more. But otherwise we have to go through the caves, and that's a long way off. So yeah, it would be either we dominate the water or we have our 4. Let's worry about our 4 for now. Okay. That's fine. Just want to make sure you cast Unholy Blessing, please. I'm not overly worried about that one. Lemuria is pretty rough for most nations to take, so we're gonna go in the water. And we're just taking these big armies. So you can just cast spells. Probably gonna be Horde of Skeletons. We're going to do hold and fire closest, hold and attack rear. You guys are going to just do hold and attack closest. Yep. Hold and fire closest. This is our massive death wall. Banefire Children, Spectral Vestals. Something like that. Good. See how it goes. Let's build another temple. We love temples. We can't get enough temples. We're up to 24 death gems a turn. That's pretty miraculous. I'm feeling happy with our pretender choice. I mean, the nation is all about death gems, so yeah. Cavemen, Archer, Light Infantry. Honestly, Cavemen's a good option. And our Bless, since I've already forgotten, is Fear, Awe, attack skill. Oh, it's going to be so juicy. Uh-oh, we don't have enough. Money's running out. Cave of Dark Rites was found. Why was there an earthquake? Alright, we're gonna see this fear-awe combo in action. Look upon it. Oh, fear, 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 fear. There were losses, I'm sure. 11 of the Banefire children, but they got 38 kills. A ghost. 2 Estatus, 2 Vestals. 0 of our, well, yeah, okay, 2 Vestals. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I'll take a throne for that. Phlegra is right there. We'll want to be on top of that. Also, we never made buddies with Roderland. That's pretty risky. But hey, first throne. Can't complain about that. We're up to 28 death gems per turn. We were kind of spamming Vestals, but I think we do want more Thaumaturges. So we'll get some Vestals every turn, some Thaumaturges every turn. And life will be good for us. If I had more money, we'd be getting Banefire Mages every turn too. But that's easier said than done. We found an ancient Temple of the Deeps. That sounds pretty good. Okay, who can't go? Oh, the Banefire children cannot go underwater. I suppose that's sensible enough. That's alright, we can do it without them. 1 astral, 1 water. This was 2 death gems per turn. Jeez. Yeah, 29 per turn is pretty damn good. Can we get it up to 38? So I can do Thaumaturge and 2 hosts of Vestals every turn. I think so. I think we'll get that number. Ooh, also Great Gold Mine and Silver Deposit for an extra 210 gold per turn. And our Dominion got +1 magic. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Roderland accepted. Awesome. Now we just need Phlegra. I don't know why the earthquake effect is happening. It just is. One of your commanders has entered the Cave of Dark Rites. The unspeakable ceremonies performed therein have tainted the soul of your servant. Okay. I know what to do with that information, of course. Yep. Yeah, no problem. Got this in the bag. So he became tainted. But he gained, what, magic leadership? Okay. That's fine. Still need to be buddies with Phlegra, and now Pangea is on the table somewhere here. Okay, I'm not super concerned about that, but Phlegra, yeah. Phlegra would be good. We do have a lot of fire gems. Is there anything we can do regularly with that? Problem is, usually fire gems lead to fire ability, you know, heat auras and shit like that we don't really have much interest in. So if we could get some sort of fire summon that doesn't radiate heat, then we'd really be cooking. All right, throne 2. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty damn simple. Claim. Search. Go. Yeah, looking good, looking good, looking good. Claymen have fire resist? No. Okay. So I might jump him onto that. Although, well, I mean, this is a... They're both suitable for my army or my pretender, I suppose. This one's a little iffier for my army because of the fire snakes, but honestly, I think it'll still be reasonable. Flagra has accepted. Pangea has not. I don't know if I'll even ask anymore. Yeah, we could take more of this stuff, I suppose. It is a decent amount of income. Or, like, there's no reason not to take it, I guess, other than time. But we're still researching. $417 research a month. It's pretty good. Yep. Are we not summoning Vestals at the moment? I don't think we are. How did that end up happening? Okay, well, let's have 2 guys do it to compensate. Yeah, that's pretty much all the... Oh, no, he's there now. Okay, now we need to be friends, Pangea. I know, I just like watching them. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're losing Vestals to the fire portion of our attacks. I wonder if I should just change that. All hosts, where are all these coming from? This is free spawn? I'm gonna do a hold and attack. We're killing my Sagrants. Alright, yeah, we're getting big Papa money now. Let's get some Bane Fire Mages. Because I can also, I think, send those to every temple to summon more Banefire children. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Oh, he did hit this. Okay, we might not want to dilly-dally on that one then. Let's go Evocation. He's still going to struggle to take the Linimur, but he's working on it. Yeah, so I could then work my way up to this. Except that this is a land tile. So it's a little iffy. But I guess we'll take, I'm going to take this and we'll check. I might actually want a grand lemur. Am I sending NAPs to Angia? Can we appreciate how just ridiculous this army is? Like how few units I've lost after taking 2 thrones and numerous provinces. Grand Lemur. Yeah, I'm just thinking because he could take an army with him. Or, well, no, Tenebris could take an army. Well, surely you can, yeah, you can take 220. You just can only have 1 squad. But how many squads you need, you know? All right. Yeah, we're gonna take you 2. And I'm gonna take this. Utgard has already beaten me to the punch. Alright, well, it's all the more reason not to dilly-dally. Mm-hmm. Fuck, he took it. God damn it, I was 1 turn too late. Okay, things get tricky then. Do we go to war with Utgard just to skip past him? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Why is this? Why are you doing this? Okay. Then, fuck it. I'm having this army hit this one. And you're going to cast your big divine blessing thing. And you're just gonna cast spells. Hold an attack rear, hold an attack closest, hold an attack closest, hold an attack closest. Okay, hold an attack rear. Fine. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna do it up. I could teleport the... No, we can't no. It is what it is. We blew it. We waited too long. That's life. If this doesn't work, then, you know, we'll have to resort maybe to Thaumaturge, Horde of Skeletons spam, but I can't imagine this not working. Yeah, they'll probably eviscerate the Shade Beasts. But they are susceptible still to awe and fear. But the Fire Drakes, okay. Didn't really count on Fire Drakes. But hey, we got skeletons. Yeah, skeletons. Yeah. All right. Nicely done. They pulled it out clutch. We lost a lot of shit. Yep. But we got it. Not too shabby. Why does there have to be so much there? Oh well. Yeah, 200 fire gems. That's a lot. No one's saying otherwise. Yeah, there's just not much I can do with it. I'm sure there's some big shit I can do with it, but meh. Alright, so that's throw number 3. Done. So now it just comes down to, can I take the 4th one? Possibly this one. With this army. If I can, it's not that far off. If I can't, I'm not sure. The easiest would be to declare war on Iram and then take this one from him. But we'll see. Alternatively, if we want to... If this is already taken or it's tricky, we can probably work our way up here, and then we have 3 more options. But it all comes down to, can we take this? Fingers crossed. Alright, we took it. Did lose 31 Hastatis on it. But I'll take what I get. And we are up to 37 death gems. Phenomenal. So we're calling, I think, 2 hosts. And now we can throw on another Thaumaturge every turn. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, shit. We gotta go to war with Ulm as well. Fuck. Alright, well... I don't really care if Utgard takes this. And I don't think Ulm is super in the water, but it depends on his pretender, you know? We'll see. Yeah. Okay, we're heading back because we got basically nothing in the tank. Yeah, it's nothing. I don't... we never made friends with Pangea. Okay, it's really kind of worrisome. We did make friends with everyone else we care about. Keep trying for Utgard just to be fun. Ulm has taken that, so we're going to skip over here. Which means we can now be friends with Ulm. That's how we do business, baby. And we're about to get... Well, no, we're not about to get... We're going to get Evocation 7 in a few turns. I don't know what that's going to do for me. I don't know what I would jump on. Maybe Resting Heights. Can we get a scout there or something? Do we have scouts? We do have scouts. There's a guy willing to work for Lemuria. Utgard did accept. He was okay with that. Like, I ain't fucking with them ghost people. You can have it. Alright, that's taken, but this is not taken. This is our path to victory. No, I don't care about shadows. Stop it. Get to Resting Heights, see what that looks like. I don't think we'll need it. But, you know. Doesn't hurt. We have a lot of fucking units again. Yeah, I have a lot of shadow soldiers that I could just throw in there, I guess. That's something that appeals to me. I don't think they'll need to do anything here. Their only use would be if we go to war with someone, or if all other hopes have drained and we need to take Roderland or Iram's shit. That would be their only use. And even then, I might just use the Pretender. Okay, we're friends with everyone. Great. That's exactly what Lemuria likes to hear. That would never happen in a multiplayer game, I don't think. Looking good, looking good. I think this game's in the bag. I don't care about your shadows. Stop it. Alright, we got Triton Guard, Triton Trooper, Amber Clan Guards, or Ichtid Warriors, Mind Lords. Or we could go on land and take on Yamabushis. I could take all this. This could all be mine. But I guess I'll be a little bitch and take the easiest one. Yep. If this is available, I might jump on it. Regardless, just to style on them. My god. The easiest throwing you've ever seen. We lost 2 Velites. We only killed like 37 things. What the hell? I don't care. Alright, it's a fire snake will-o-the-wisp throne. Fuck that. I ain't styling on shit. Alright, now I'll style on it this way. We'll take on this throne. Or should we go on land? The Yamabushis are a little nasty, I suppose, but... Alright, we'll take the land one. It's right out from their nose. But yeah, I'm not going to fare well against this thing. And if there was another one I could jump on, I would, but I don't think... Well, maybe if I made a lab here, I could maybe jump on this. Or this. Can I go in the water? No. Okay. So yes, I could jump there. All right, so we'll take the water one. We're going to still try to style on him then. It's going to be a moment. Stop summoning this shit. Okay, construct lab. Yeah, we never needed to use that fucking armor piercing buff. That was really ridiculous because the army was ridiculous regardless. So we're going on here. And then our big boy. Stop it. Stop it, I don't care. We have too many shadows I don't give a shit about. Oh my god. Alright. Ash with dead glamour. Okay. You're going to teleport onto this. And your plan of attack is going to be... you only have 6 fire, so... Yeah, I think Phoenix Power benefits you quite a bit. Firestorm. You can also cast Shimmering Fields. Which is pretty good. Be 9... I think he has 5, right? Yeah, so it'd be 9 armor negating damage. AoE 50, but it's a lot of fatigue. So, I don't think so. I mean, there's loads of good things he could cast. He'll cast stuff, right? He'll cast stuff. Also, we have no alteration. So, I think the only thing we do have... What do we have? We don't even have... No, because that's also alteration. We have Shroud of Splendor and Horrible Visage. Shroud of Bewilderment. Not much, to say the least. Okay, well, that's what we're going to have to go with. Shroud of Splendor, Shroud of Bewilderment, and Horrible Visage. Although Astral Shield is probably more valuable to us. Is he going to win? I don't know. I think there's a pretty good chance, but no matter what, we win the game, so, you know. Actually, yeah, we could do give him some alteration there for the battle. 343 fire gems, by the way. didn't have any use for him. Alright, let's watch our pretender do his thing first. Let's rewatch that from the army's perspective rather than just looking at my pretender the whole time. We've got this, man. It's just one little ritual circle on the ground that suddenly appeared. We can bash it, just slowly move in. It can't do anything, I'm sure. Oh god, what is that? Sir, everything's on fire! Oh god! Just get to it, we can kill it. Put an end to this fire. Oh god. Oh fuck. We're approaching. We can make it. Oh no, there's invisible weird soldiers. Ah! Job well done. Firestorm. Beautiful. Yeah, that was easy. Alright, and then the other throne. This is the one with Mine Lords, which could be somewhat annoying, but not really that big of a deal. They're just bad for thugs. But not really for an army like this. Easy. Now that's how you fucking style on them, baby. Not only did we take 5 thrones, we took 6 thrones. Just because we could. Done and done. I don't care. Get away from me. Game's over. Yeah, boy. Oh, just as Iram declared war. So I could take a 7th throne from him. We ended with 45 death gems per turn in late age. And 22 fire gems per turn. Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with our pretender choice. Because we would have like half that. Or, I mean, I don't know how many temples we ended up building. 22. So I don't know quite how that math works. Oh, I guess that include. No, I don't know how that math works out exactly. Because I'm sure we found some sites like this. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the math works out, but yeah, we would not have had nearly as much death gems, so we would have struggled to make as many Vestals. But honestly, like, this one army, that one army, wherever it is, I'll find it. Can't find, yeah, this one army took, I never went back. So yeah, they took 4 thrones without replenishing. So the Vestals were good. I mean, damn good. But the army itself, the Hestatus and stuff, just never... I still have 250 of them. I could have taken this other throne with this army. And still had plenty. You know, like, it's insane. But that's how good Ethereal is. And when you have an entire army of Ethereal... Like, there's a reason that even with Dominions Enhanced, which adds like 1,000 spells, there's still no large-scale spell above Area Effect 1 that gives Ethereal. Like, as far as I'm aware. There's a couple more spells that give Ethereal to a caster, like Body of Flames and Ghost Form and stuff, but I don't think there's anything that gives Ethereal on a larger scale. No, pretty sure not. So, yeah, because it's just ridiculous. So when you have an army of ethereal soldiers and they spawn for free, And then you can just use an insane amount of death gems to summon more of them. Like, yeah, it's really quite cheesy against independent armies. But again, like, there's a lot of counters to Lemuria, you know? Because they are all undead. So banishment in mass definitely hurts. And if you have any magic damage, they don't really have that much protection. I mean, these are pretty shitty, fairly shitty soldiers if you take away Ethereal. So yeah, Firestorm would fucking decimate my entire army in the blink of an eye, for example. And if I was playing against Lemuria and I did what I just did, teleport, Firestorm, like, that army is gone. There's no chance. So, yeah, I mean, they are pretty counterable in multiplayer, I'm sure, but in single player here, against independent armies taking thrones, they are godly. Godly. I mean, when have we ever taken 6 thrones on a 4-throne game? Like, that's ultra styling. I could have them teleport onto this one probably and take that shit. I don't know about this. That would be a little more questionable. But I think my army... Fire Snakes, Will-o-wisps, assuming there's Fire Drakes in there as well. That might be what put a stop to us. But I'm happy with what we did. So it was good stuff. Yeah, I've been waiting to get to Lemuria for a long time now. Because I think that's the last vanilla sort of free spawn nation. We've done Ermor, we've done Asphodel, we've done Lemuria. Oh, have we done Therados? No, we've not done Therados. Okay, that's the last one. But they've all been pretty OP. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.